Hello, welcome. We're going to be taking the CASAS Level B practice test. This is a little sample of what we're going to go through when we take the CASAS test at a Level B scenario. So here's a practice question. It's not the real question. It says, please sign in and have a seat. We will call your name. Okay. Please sign in. So the first thing we do is sign in. Have a seat. So what do you do first? The first thing we do is sign in. Very simple. These are the steps. It's in chronological order. Here's practice question number 2. Let me try to zoom in. It says, Norma has been working for 6 years. Her first job was in a factory. Now she works part-time at a neighborhood clinic. The pay is good, but she wants to get a full-time job. Norma has 2 children. She picks them up at school after she leaves work. So let's read the question now. Where does Norma work? This whole paragraph is about Norma. It says she has been working for 6 years. That's not where she works. Her first job was in a factory. That's where she did work. She used to work at a factory. That was her first job. But it says here now she works part-time at a neighborhood clinic. The pay is good, but she wants it to get a full-time job. That's after. So Norma currently works part-time at a clinic. The key word there is clinic. That is where Norma works. Next, where are we going to go? This is practice question 1 and practice question 2. Now, we're going to get to the real question. So hold tight. If you're watching this after the fact, pause the video, try to answer the question, and then play the video and compare your answer with my answer. You can also wait for me to read it, and then you can try that technique. It says here, keep your work area clean. At the end of each day, put extra materials back on the shelves in the supply room. Store your tools in the drawers under your work table. Sweep the floor around your work area. Empty your waste container into the trash bin. Number 1, according to the instructions, where should workers put their tools at the end of the day? Okay, these are instructions. This whole thing, we call them instructions. But the question says, where should workers put their tools at the end of the day? En el final del día, the end of the day. And their tools, we call it herramientas. So we're going to look for the word tools. It says store your tools. Okay. Store your tools in the drawers under your work table. And remember, this is at the end of each day. En el final del día. En el final del día. I'm sorry. So, number 1 is the drawers under your work table. So the answer is D. Workers should put their tools in the drawers under their work table at the end of the day. That's number 1. Now we're going to go on to number 2. If you have any questions, feel free to type it down in the chat. Type it down in the comments below after this live stream. And if you want extra practice, give me suggestions down below. What would you like to see? How can I help you prepare for your CASAS test or improve your English? Number 2, how do you talk to Monica Tan? Wow. Okay. So Monica Tan. She's in the development department. DEPT, departamento. We call it department. And that's what that word is. This word here is called an extension. And so we call Monica Tan from the development department at extension 312. So the answer to number 2 is B. Call extension 312. By calling extension 312, we get a hold of Monica Tan. Very good. Now, moving on to number 3. I want to leave this up on the screen. Number 3 is a little low. Let's do this. Let's move number 3 right there. And there you go. Awesome. So this is from John Lang. John Lang is writing this to Susan Meyer. And the topic is about raises. How to increase your salary. Susan, Dave, and 2 other employees talked to me today about the possibility of getting a raise. What do you think about this? I'll call you this afternoon. Thanks. Who would John call? Who is John going to call? I'll call you this afternoon. Okay, so John is going to call you. So we call this the you because John is speaking to this person. We call her her name is Susan Meyer. Okay, so he's going to call Susan Meyer to talk to them about the raise. We call Susan Meyer the recipient, the one receiving the letter or letter. We don't write letters anymore. The one receiving the email, the electronic mail. We call them the recipient. So number 3 is D. Check, check. Very good. Moving right along. Remember, if you go through a question that is too difficult, you can skip it and go back to it later. It's not a big deal. You should be able to see both. I don't need to minimize. Okay, I see a little bit of an issue there. Let me help you guys out. We are number 4 now. And I want you to be able to see it. This is the new policy for vocational classes. This is a reading passage called New Policy for Vocational Classes. According to a new regulation, all students, registering for vocational classes are required to attend safety training before beginning their course of study. They must pass a safety test and sign a statement certifying that they received safety instruction. Only then will their name be added to the class roster. Here's the question. What is the new requirement for vocational students? So for vocational students, there is a new requirement. Keyword new. All students registering for vocational classes are required to attend safety training before beginning their course of study. Okay. So here we have the word vocational and vocational. So they're talking about the same thing. And it says they are required to attend safety training. Safety training before they begin their course of study. So number 4 is C. They are required to attend safety training classes. This is a new policy for vocational students. So far, so good. If you've gotten it correct, I just want to say good job. You're doing amazing. Remember to never give up. Keep taking your time. Keep taking your course of study. Practice your English almost every day. Eat healthy. Rest your brain. Okay. Here we have number 5. And here we have the reading passage. There's no title. Yeah. No title at all. So we're just going to call this a reading passage. Un pasaje para leer. Keep in mind the question, Amanda. When the reading passages get long, try to look some words before you read. Amanda and work schedule. Okay, now let's read. Jason and Amanda are married and have a 7-year-old son named Ben. Jason works as a cook in a restaurant full-time during the day. Amanda has a part-time job 5 days a week as a cashier. Amanda begins work at 8 in the morning and finishes at 2:30 in the afternoon. On the way home from work, she picks Ben up from school. She likes her schedule because she is able to work and still be home with Ben after school. In the future, she would like to work full-time, but wants to wait until Ben is older. Okay. So, Amanda is married to Jason, and they have a 7-year-old son named Ben. So, Amanda is the mother, la mamá, to her little boy named Ben, which is their son. Ben is 7 years old. Now we want to focus on Amanda's work schedule. It says here, on the way home from work, she picks Ben up from school. She starts at 8 and finishes at 2:30. It says, oh, right there. She likes her schedule because she is able to work and still be home with Ben after school. I knew it was going to be about Ben because she's a mom, right? Her job as a mom comes first. So she's able to work and still be home with Ben after school. So number 5 is she can be with Ben after school. She likes working in a restaurant. It doesn't say that. She likes working, she has time to attend school. It doesn't say that's why she likes her job. She is able to work full time. That is true. Letter D is true, but not answer. I'm sorry, is true, but not the question. Meaning it's in the story. Letter D is in the in the second line, but it's not the question. The answer is A. Amanda likes her schedule because she can be with Ben after school. This is level B. This is level B of our CASAS practice test, our CASAS study guide training. I hope you have enjoyed today's video. If you want to learn more, click on the link down below and you'll get extra practice with your CASAS and your English study skills.